Hello everyone, welcome back to Julie Jules World, where creativity begins. Today I'm going to bring you a DIY no-sew planner pen holder, or this can be used for a book as well. Let's just go ahead and get into the tutorial. So what you're going to need is scrapbooking paper, 2 pieces, paper that measures 3.5 inch by 7.5 inch. And then you're going to need another scrapbooking paper that measures 6.5 by 6. You're going to need those 3, and then you're going to need some fabric materials. For the 7.5 inch by 3 inch, you're going to be using fabric. You're going to turn both fabric on the opposite side, and then you're going to place the 7.5 inch by 3 inch pieces on top of there. You need another fabric for your 6.5 by 6, and you're going to need it for that. It's just a template. We're not going to be using this on top of our fabric. You're going to need some iron-on fusible interfacing, and I purchased this one from Hobby Lobby. I put a link to the description box below, but you can also get it from Amazon as well. You're going to need the same size 6.5 by 6 inch. You're going to need an iron-on fusible interfacing, okay? And that's what we're going to be using. This is a template for it, and we're going to be using this. So you're going to need to cut yourself out that, and then you're going to cut yourself out in interfacing. Cut it out, your interfacing, and then you're going to be putting that on the fabric that measures 6.5 by 6 inch as well. And you're going to take your interfacing and you're going to put it on top of the 6 inch by 6.5 inch, and then you're going to iron that on, guys, okay? Then you're going to be spraying these with fabric glue. I put the link to everything in the description box below, even the materials. But anyways, you spray your fabric with adhesive spray, and then you put these 2 on here. On the wrong side of the fabric, you're going to place your scrapbooking paper, guys. And then once we finish doing that, I'll come back to the next step. Okay, guys, you should have your fabric sprayed onto the cardstock paper, as well as your interfacing onto your other fabric as well. It's to fold the corners of the fabric in. I'm just doing this step for new subscribers. I'm gonna cut the corners, 4 corners, okay? And then we're gonna fold our fabric in like that, okay? And that's how it's gonna look like this, guys. So go ahead and do that for both of the fabric, and use some fabric glue. Glue this down, guys. I purchased this fabric glue from Joann's. Right, and it should now look like that, guys, okay? You should have all 4 corners folded like this, okay? And then next we're going to be going to our other fabric that is infused. We're going to take that, and then we're going to be folding 1/2 inch from the top, and then we're going to fold that over, okay, like that. And then we're going to just iron that out, guys, or just press it firmly with your fingers and get that fold firmly set in there. And then what we're going to do is glue this down. Okay, once you finish folding that, guys, it should now look like that, okay? And so it's going to be my base, my front base. This is the back base here, and this is the front base, and we're going to be laying our fabric about 3 inch from the top. Place it right there, and we're going to center it, guys, okay? You get your pens and just place those in position like I'm doing right now, guys. I think it fits about 6 pens. You get your pen in place, guys. We're gonna lay our pen out and lay it like that, and this will help us. And I'm gonna be folding both of these corners, okay? I'm gonna fold it like that, guys. Right? And then we're gonna be gluing the back of this. Squeeze the corners. That way you know exactly where to glue this down. Like, there's a mark right there. That way it helps you. So let's go ahead and put our glue onto that. Let's just put it right here. You can stop right there. Just stop right about here. Just not all the way down to the bottom, because we're gonna be cutting this piece off, guys. So just fold that up. same part that you fold, just go ahead and fold that. Okay, so you got one end. Just make sure you turn it over, make sure that's in good position, and then you're gonna do the same thing to the other side as well. Okay, glue that in place as well. Just stop right here, guys, because you're gonna be folding this section up, so we don't want to go all the way to the bottom. Make sure you have a lot of glue in there, guys, and be heavy-handed on the glue. So make sure before you stick it down, make sure it's exactly the tightness that you want it to be. You can have it loose, you can have it tight, but that's what I do right there for that. Okay, so that's all set. And so the bottom part, we're just gonna cut this section here. So I'm gonna cut it in, cut these off here, guys, so we can get a better fold of our fabric. Okay, let me cut these corners here. Just go ahead and cut this piece right here too. Now look like that, okay? And then we're gonna be folding this up like that, okay? Cut off whatever excess hanging. All right, that looks good. So far it should look like this now, guys, okay? All four corners, everything should be sealed in. All right, so the next step is we're gonna get in our back piece, and we're gonna need elastic bands, guys. The elastic band I had purchased from Amazon, or you can even use a smaller elastic band too. We don't have to be this size. If you have an elastic band, it could be a small size too, but this works just as well because this is what I use for this one here as well. Okay, so just let you know the smaller one works too if you don't have the thicker size. You're gonna need about, I can't exactly tell you what length. Mine's measure about 16-inch. It all depends on your book or your planner. So I'm going to be using a planner, and this is the pen hole I'm going to be using for my planner. Measure the length of the book or the planner, measure it out to the size that you want it to be. You have to measure it out, guys, your book or your planner. So what we're going to do is put this in place. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's go ahead and glue our elastic band down. Okay, when we glue it down, guys, we're gonna leave some space too, so we can we're not gonna try not to glue it all the way down here, like tight, where there's like no space. You can put it on your planner. Make sure you have a little bit of space there on this side as well as this side. Leave a little bit of space. Okay, so when you do put it in your book or your planner, at least you have, some kind of loosage. So just go ahead and place your elastic band down there, guys, and make sure you center it too. Okay, and we're gonna get our glue. I'm gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna put glue on there, guys. Make sure you be heavy-handed with it because it needs it. We're gonna fold that in there. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing for the other side. And so the way I check, sometimes I just get the planner and I just kind of put it on there and see how it is, whether it's, and to me, see how it fits really good in there, guys. Like it's a perfect size. You can see the length right there. If you want to, tighter, you can pull it obviously more closer to each other. Okay, guys, so once you have your elastic band set in place, now we are going to glue all of this area, this whole area here. We're gonna glue down. Put a lot of, like I said, be heavy-handed with this glue. You can put tape on there just to have extra protection. That way it stays there, but I haven't used any tape at all. It's not necessary because this glue is amazing. It does the job. It's just as good as you sewing this material together. So go ahead and put it all over, guys. So once you have the whole thing with glue, we're gonna place our back piece down on here, guys, okay? And firmly press it down. A good press. Now is a good time for you you can take out your pens, guys. So you can be able to press down on this. Remove the pens from out of there, and then press firmly down on this. Okay guys, so now that you firmly press it down, guys, we're gonna go ahead and to secure this even more, go ahead and get some binder clips and just clip these corners, guys, so it can set in place, okay? You don't have to do this, guys, because the glue dries pretty good, but I recommend you doing this just to make sure that this seals in really good. And just go ahead and do it all the way around, guys, and let it sit there, and then afterwards we'll put a pen inside of there, and then we are done. It's dry, guys. It should now look like that. So now you're ready to use it, okay? Just flip those that elastic band around, and then place your pens in position. And that looks good, guys. I love that. And let's go ahead and test it out on our planner. Just gonna put mine's, I'll put it out on the outside for right now. Look at that, it slides in so easy, guys, which I like. I don't want a lot of tightness to it. It's perfect. Look at that, it sits just right there. I love it. It's good. You can have it sitting outside of your planner or your book, guys, if you're using this for a book, or you can put it in the inside as well, inside of your planner as well, guys. That part. But I love the fact that it's like easy to slip in there, guys. It's so easy to, yeah, that looks good too. Yeah, guys, this is perfect. And it's very, I'm telling you, I made a couple of these. I made one for my hubby, I made one for myself and a couple of friends, and I just feel like, I'm telling you, it holds up very well. It's great for people that do not know how to sew or don't have a sewing machine available to be able to do that. And it's just, it works awesome, guys. So thank you all once again for watching, and you will definitely see me in my next video. Bye, my YouTubers.